My grandson, Kevin, is forcing me to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and try. And this is the first episode of what could follow uh, if we get acceptance on this one. And a lady named Katie, that's a special ed teacher, is bringing me a chocolate chip cookie while I'm trying to do this. Thank you. And now I've got a chocolate chip cookie and I'm ready to tell the story. One time I became the mayor of Ridgetop, Tennessee. And it was quite by accident, but I actually lived in Murfreesboro. But that's the end of the story. But the beginning of the story was a friend of mine and me made a call on Fort Campbell. And we came back to stop at a store in Ridgetop, Tennessee. And it started snowing and they closed the mountain hill that came up to Ridgetop. And we stopped because we couldn't go down it. And we stopped at City Hall. And at City Hall, I found the coffee in the coffee machine and I started making coffee. And I sent the other guy with me back down to the little store to get some hot dogs and buns and stuff like that, because I knew a lot of people couldn't come up the hill, but they could walk up the hill. And they stopped in there and get warm. We fixed some hot dogs and made them coffee, and he picked up some desserts and cookies and stuff. Reminds me, I got a chocolate chip cookie from my neighbor at the campsite. But while we were there, we served about 50 people, and my friend that was with me, they'd come by City Hall. We'd fix them a hot dog, a cup of coffee, and a cookie or something like that. And then he'd take them on home. And we spent about 4.5 hours doing there. And while we started, there was a little lady that came up there from England. And she says, I really want to help you guys. And she worked diligently the whole time up until she decided she wanted to go home. And she came by and says, this is awful nice of you, Mr. Mayor, and I really appreciate it. And I want to let you know, if you run again, I'll vote for you and I'll help you. And I said, ma'am, I says, I'm not the mayor of Ridgetop. I'm just a friend traveling. I live in Murfreesboro. And I just thought this was the right thing to do. And she said, well, I'll tell you one thing. You made a hit for a lot of people up here in Ridgetop. I thank you for that. Yeah.